So the pace of technology is very, very fast, as you can see. And this morning we had a couple different perspectives on accelerating technology, the accelerating innovation that's enabled by technology. It's tough to keep up. So one of the things that's happening is that the cloud makes it possible to launch a new business so inexpensively that we're seeing lots of new ideas introduced, perhaps at a rate that we can't keep up with. I use the example of marketing technology, but we can take examples from literally hundreds of different fields where cloud-based services are being innovated on a monthly basis. There's more technology than we can keep up with. One of the toughest jobs is making a decision about which technology is the right technology to use. So I think one of the things you can notice that's evolved in our hybrid world curriculum is that we're seeking to include humanity. We don't want this to be a world populated only by intelligent machines. This morning, Genevieve Bell introduced some provocative thoughts about how we might do that and what might be missing. You know, one of the things that we're dazzled by is all the new capabilities. And sometimes we're so enchanted by those new capabilities, we fail to stop and ask ourselves the question of what's missing. So I thought Genevieve's talk today was really useful because it caused us all to take a step back and say, what might be missing from this equation? What more is there to add in? And a big part of her message was including aspects of humanity in the future of technology. I'm gratified that her talk was followed up by Dr. Philip Alveda. And Dr. Philip Alveda talked about literally introducing elements that we consider to be core to humanity. Ethical decisions, human judgments, an emotive capacity, the ability to have a cognitive model of somebody else's emotions. Those are things that we think of as core to human cognition, but he's already working on technology that can implement it. Not to replace humanity, but to augment and extend our capabilities and to make our machines serve us better and make better use of the resources on this planet. You know, South Australia is going through a transition. You might not notice it when you drive around Adelaide. It's a beautiful town. It's a very comfortable place with great food, nice bars, excellent wine, and so forth. So life is good. And when life is good, we get complacent. We tend to settle in. We don't want to take on uncomfortable thoughts sometimes because they might shake us out of that complacency. They might shake us out of our place of comfort. But South Australia is also facing challenges. This is an economy that was built on 20th century manufacturing. That old industrial base is starting to go away. Last year, for the first edition of Hybrid World, we ran that show inside of an abandoned auto factory. It was an old Mitsubishi plant. Now today it's called the Tonsley Innovation Center. Back then, that was a metaphor that we thought was quite useful last year. The idea of creating the new economy inside of the shell of the old economy. I think that's a useful starting point for this show. And we think it's vitally important for everybody in South Australia to be aware of the capabilities of technology, to see the benefits and the possibilities and the opportunities. Even people who are very comfortable need to understand that to continue to enjoy the prosperity that is here in South Australia, we all need to embrace technology. And what I'm gratified to tell you is that this message has been very, very well received all weekend long. I've been talking to local community leaders, business leaders, as well as government leaders. And they welcome that message, they embrace it. This is not a partisan issue. I think everybody in South Australia understands that in order to succeed and remain relevant in the 21st century, we have to haul that 20th century industrial economy into the 21st century technological economy.